Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So, we are talking about creating a peaceful space, peaceful life, because we are all deserving of that. And if you just feel like you're in the mix of chaos, there's a lot going on, you don't know how to filter through, you don't know how to kind of declutter, you don't know how to remove all the juju that's going on around you, and you just want to have that peaceful environment so you can really be in touch with yourself, then this is the video for you, and I hope you enjoy this. Please don't forget to comment, to subscribe, to like, so that other people can also enjoy from this content. And the more you like these videos or like my videos, the more it will reach other people to also be inspired to start on their own self-development journey. So with that being said, let's get right into today's video. So I kind of have 5 key tips that I would say have worked for me in terms of what has really been able to create a peaceful, more enjoyable life for myself. I think before I go into this, I would like to say that I'm a Gemini. So my star sign, I'm a Gemini. So as people know, that's like two people. Some people like to be like, oh, that's two-faced, which is really not. It's just I feel like with my star sign, I'm able to be like an extrovert and an introvert. And I could really play into those roles really well if I wanted to. So personally, I do love being by myself. I love my own space. And I think what has made me love being an introvert is being able to cultivate my self awareness and being able to rewire my thoughts and think positively. I think when you're going through this journey of that self development, it's very important to be self aware of who you are and being extremely mindful of the things that you do and say, because everything, first of all, everything that we say is very important. Our brain doesn't know the difference between negative and positive thoughts. So if you're constantly thinking negatively, if you're constantly saying negative things, if you're constantly berating yourself or even saying, terrible things about yourself, and it could be something really small, like if you're just putting blame on yourself over something small, your brain doesn't know the difference. So it's going to wire your energy to be like what you're saying. So it's very important that you constantly are putting yourself in a positive state. You constantly are being aware of when you are saying something negative. I'm not saying it's not going to happen. Of course not. Like, I still say things that are like, still things still come up where I say something like, oh, Tercy, you are. But then right after, I pick myself up and be like, no, you're beautiful, you're smart, you're incredible, you're caring, you're loving. Like, I give myself a lot of positive affirmation so that my brain doesn't accept what I've just said about myself to think that that's who I actually am. So, and with that as well, I have noticed over the years of just being intentional in terms of my thoughts, I've been able to identify the type of people that I want to be able to have communication with. Because if I'm seeing someone who constantly curses all the time, and I work in an industry, I've always worked in IT, and people who've worked in IT, I feel like IT and construction, where there's a lot of men in those roles, there's a lot of cursing, there's a lot of foul language being used. And I'm at the stage where I'm just kind of like, I don't want to be constantly hearing that every day. I don't want that to be my word. Like, I'm not cursing is not it's not like in my dictionary like that. Of course I curse. Of course I say some of these foul stuff, but I don't want to be using it on a day-to-day basis. I don't want it, like, I know people who every second word has to be a foul word, and I'm just like, really? Like, you don't have any other words in your dictionary for you to use apart from the f-bomb or sh and all of this other things? It's just kind of like, really, like, that's all you have to say. So being able to be self-aware of your thoughts, being mindful of your actions and your behaviors, and understanding that how you show up for yourself is how you're going to be able to create that peaceful environment for you mentally. Up here, if we can't create a free, peaceful state up here, nothing else is going to work. So try to focus on getting here right first, and then we can then go ahead and start tackling all the other stuff. The second one is something that I've talked about before, but clearing out the clutter, guys, is very important to want to have a peaceful life by having a peaceful environment. remove the clutter, clear up all your space. If you have things there that you haven't used in, let's say, it's so many years, like there's certain clothes that I've used to have, even honestly right now there's stuff that I have that I don't wear, that I know that I'm now transitioning into like my whole wardrobe. If you follow me on Twitter, you know that I'm trying to upgrade my actual wardrobe, and I'm trying to go into a different era of how I'm going to be showing up for myself through my outfits. So I have a lot of clothes that I just feel like I'm not going to be able to show up in has, because this doesn't represent who I am now. It represented who I was before, but not who I am now. So it's very important for you to first declutter your space. Well, yeah, declutter your space and work on being mindful and awareness aware as well. But declutter your space, remove things that you don't need, things in your physical environment, things that are around you, surrounding you, things that you know that these are just not giving you, fulfilling you any sort of way. Start to remove those things. And even though you feel attached to them, it's very important that you don't commit by holding on to something that is draining your energy, causing you more stress, causing, negative vibes, causing negative vibes to come out of you. So for you to feel more fulfilled, feel more happy with who you are, declutter that mess. Okay? Then the next step would be for you to cultivate positive relationships. This is super, super important. Being able to create your own safe space around the people who surround you. So finding people who are going to be able to love you for who you are, who are going to be able to respect you, who are going to be able to understand you, and who are also going to be able to accept your boundaries that you have in place. That's another thing that's important. Set your boundaries as well, but also have people who will accept that. Because one thing that, has like a black woman coming from an African household, a Nigerian household, boundaries are not things that are in place for kids. So being able to set those boundaries between your family is very important. And sometimes family will accept it, sometimes they won't. But with time, they have no other choice because they are the people who love you. So being able to really be like, okay, this is what I will accept, what I will not accept. And then you have the option. I feel like with family, maybe for some people they don't, but with family, you don't have the option to pick your family. You don't, but you have the option to pick your friends. So you have to be extremely selective with it. Girl, I could literally write a book on how selective I am with my friends. I've gotten to a stage where it's now like, okay, if I don't feel like I can trust you, you're not going to be in my circle. If I don't feel like I can get positive vibes from you, you're not going to be in my circle. If I feel like I have to dim who I am to be around you, you're not going to be in my circle. So find those people who are going to be in your circle, who are going to allow you to be who you truly are and accept you for exactly who you are. Because if you're in places where you have to tame yourself, you have to hold yourself, you can't be truly who you are, and then you also can't trust the people around you, you're in the wrong circle. So you need to find people who will make you feel loved, who will make you feel fulfilled, who will make you feel energized to get your stuff done every single day, or who will support you the way you're supposed to be supported in when you're trying to embark on a new journey. Those are the types of circles that you need to be really into, and you need to give into those relationships as much as you take as well. So definitely find your own sisterhood, brotherhood, find your own hood and cultivate that, nurture it, love it, care for it, take care of it. And if it works well for you, then those people who are your friends will eventually become family as well. This next stage is practicing gratitude. Oh, guys, honestly, this stage for me is personally a big one. I practice gratitude every single day, every single moment, to be honest, because being in the environment that I'm in, being in this flat apartment that I'm in at this moment, I'm reminded every single day when I wake up how I got here, and it just makes me feel grateful. And for people who are probably wondering, because I definitely used to think, how do you feel? How can you feel, or how can you practice gratitude? You can try with multiple different ways. Prayer, if you're religious, definitely pray. You will definitely feel the warmness in your heart when you're praying, and God reciprocating that to you. You can meditate. You can practice mindful gratification through meditation, and that's also another amazing, amazing tool to practice gratitude. And I think when you do practice gratitude, it makes your surroundings, it makes you feel happier about your surroundings, even though you might not be where you want to be. But knowing that where you are right now, you're super grateful for every single bit, every single thing you have, and every single thing you're able to provide for yourself and the people that are around you, more will be given to you. Whereas if you're not practicing gratitude, if you're not being grateful about your surroundings, if you're not being grateful for what God has put in front of you, there's no way you're going to be the there's no way you're going to receive more, because you're not being grateful for exactly where you are. So you have to be able to be grateful for the position you're in, even if it's in a bad situation. But the fact that you're looking to grow, you're looking to elevate, you're looking to be a better person, be grateful for that initiation that has literally entered your mind. Be grateful for the fact that you're being purposeful about your intentions. Be grateful for that little inkling that has come in, that you need to be better for yourself, has come into you. Because as we know, a lot of people don't get that little switch that says, you know what, I need to show up more for me, until years later down the line, and it's now coming to you now. So be very grateful for that, and work on it, and just continue to practice gratification. You can journal your gratification, you can meditate, you can pray, you can just even say it in affirmations, like just being like, I'm grateful for this, I'm grateful for that. And the more grateful you are, the more you say it to yourself, the more your body will feel happy and loving and warm. And even just the fact that I'm talking about gratification right now, I'm feeling super happy. My heart is feeling loved right now, because of the fact that I'm grateful for my own environment, and I'm grateful to be able to be sitting here and in front of the camera and talking to you about gratification, because it's such a beautiful emotion. And I just hope and pray everybody can feel this, because it's beautiful. It's a very beautiful feeling. And the last but not least is, it's actually two things that I'm just going to mix into one, but it's prioritizing daily habits and self care. Daily habits first are super important, because they create structure and consistency in your life. And it just allows for you to reduce your stress level, reduce anxiety. And it also just opens up this new world of new opportunities coming to you based off the habits that you're putting in place for yourself. So if you don't have a habit structure, please create one. Find things that work for you. If it's reading, if it's journaling, if it's working out, if it's, meditating, saying your affirmations, going to the gym, going for a run, like find something that works for you and stick to that particular habit. I will like to say, find at least like 3 to 4 habits every single day that make you show up better for yourself than you did yesterday. So if you worked out today, go harder today, because you're showing up for yourself. If you journaled yesterday, then journal today, and maybe do an extra line than what you did yesterday. Or be more grateful in terms of what you're journaling. Be more intentional in terms of what you're journaling. In terms of your affirmations, be more intentional. Feel what you're saying. Be in tuned in your words, and really connect to those words of what you're saying. Because if you're just saying, money comes to me, I'm a money magnet, I love money, and you're not feeling it, it's not going to come to you, because you need to really immerse yourself into that feeling. You really need to feel like, for me, when I say affirmations, I close my eyes. Like, you see, I was about to literally just say something and I closed my eyes, and I really wanted to feel it, and I really wanted to be present in what I was saying. So really connect and get in touch with those habits, and show up every single day better than you did the day before. Then we also have self-care. Self-care for me has been a very rocky road. So I grew up as a tomboy. I had an older brother, so I really liked a lot of baggy stuff. I still do. I'm trying to get into my feminine, divine energy. So, but but being able to take care of yourself requires a lot. And prior to COVID, I would like to say maybe like 2, 3 years prior to COVID, I started to slow down on how I was actually taking care of myself. So my self care journey went from really being super active and, getting my hair done, getting my nails done, getting my skin done, getting this done, spending so much money on this, this, and this, and this. And then everything started to become more of a money focused thing for me than a self-care routine and seeing the benefits out of it. So I started realizing I need to pull back in terms of the money that I was spending in my self-care, and that started to show on my physical appearance. I started to feel like I was not looking the way I was supposed to. I was not looking nor feeling the way I was supposed to. So taking care of yourself, prioritizing self-care, which is something that I'm really getting into right now. I'm focusing on my appearance. I'm focusing on my love for taking care of every aspect of myself, my hair, my skin, my teeth, my nails, my hands, my feet, my like every single aspect of my body I'm focusing into, because when I show that I can take care of my body will reciprocate that back to me. Self-care doesn't necessarily have to be like, taking care of all the physical aspects. It can also mean practicing good sleep, good hygiene, eating a balanced diet, getting involved in a physical activity. These are all different ways of being able to show up for yourself and taking care of yourself, including the whole self-care of your face, your hair, all of that. Those are great as well. Add them all in and prioritize it. Make it an important factor. So if it's a case where you need to get a facial done, but there's something else that's blocking that same time. If that thing is not a high priority, go get that facial. If you need to get a massage over, maybe showing up for someone who might not be appreciative of you showing up, go get your massage. Like, go feel good. Stop relying on other people to make you feel the way you're supposed to feel. Take care of you first. Set those habits, set those priorities, set those self-care tasks that need to be done. And I said self-care tasks because they're also tasks. Like, I set my tasks in terms of when I need to do my hair. That's a whole day task. When I need to wash my hair, set few hours task. Those are priorities, and I'm not going to put other things on those days because there's nothing else that's a higher priority than that on that day. Do you understand? So definitely focus on being intentional and take care of yourself inside and out, and continue to show up for yourself. So I hope you enjoyed this video. It was super insightful, or I hope it was super insightful, and I hope that you were able to take some tips away from what I actually was talking about, and jot some of the stuff down, or maybe find other things that could work for you, because maybe some stuff that I said might not be the things that works for you, but you can find what will work for you. But with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will catch you in my next video. Bye, guys.